Yes, guys, week 1 NFL action is here, so Fantasy Football 2025 is beginning this week. Now, I'm recording this video on Monday, September 1st. You guys will probably see it Thursday before kickoff. With that being said, what we are doing today for the first time this season is hopping right into the week 1 rankings. I am going to rank my players for the first week of fantasy football. Let us begin. So we are hopping right in here. We're going to begin with the Fantasy Pros expert consensus, as we always do, and go from there. So we're really going to focus on running back in this video, and then we will see kind of how we're looking on time, things after that. Okay, so let's begin. So consensus has Barkley at 1, followed by Bijan, Jahmyr Gibbs, Christian McCaffrey, JT. Okay, so some interesting names here. So right away, draft rankings are completely out the window for the most part. No one was taking Saquon Barkley, RB1 really over Bijan or Gibbs, to my knowledge. Jonathan Taylor was not really as high as 5. Okay, so yeah, there's definitely some things we got to address here. And again, just want to emphasize, this is my first look at week 1 rankings. So you are going to hear all of my thoughts. Going to try this new style of video where I talk through things with you and my reasoning. Okay, so Barkley at 1, most likely because they're playing Dallas. That is a Thursday night game. No Micah Parsons' awful run defense. Seems about right to me. I do have CBS open here in another tab, and we will look at the early totals here. So the Eagles are 7.5-point favorites, 47.5 total points. That is, at a quick look, tied for second highest. Ravens at Bills is the highest. This Eagles-Cowboys game tied with Lions-Packers, tied with Bengals at Browns. Okay, and then Cowboys-Eagles. So it's a top 4 scoring game, supposedly. Barkley at 1. At the moment, we won't touch it. Bijan versus Tampa Bay and Jahmyr Gibbs at Green Bay. Let's take a look at those games. If we go here to the point totals, a lot of this is based on point totals and just game environments. So if we search Falcons here, okay, so Bucks are 2.5-point favorites, 46 points, and then obviously Lions are probably favorited here. Oh, they're not. Wow. Packers are minus. Wow. Okay, so higher point total for the Packers. Lions are underdogs. We're going to move Jahmyr to RB2. If the Lions are underdogs, assuming there'll be a little bit more passing, a little more pass volume for Gibbs, we will put Gibbs at number 2 over Bijan Robinson. With McCaffrey at Seattle, I mean, you're telling me we got a fully healthy Christian McCaffrey? Is that what you're telling me? At Seattle, which is not a scary run defense at all. In fact, they have an offense that could also put up some points, so McCaffrey could be used all 4 quarters appropriately. I mean, okay, so now McCaffrey is number 2. I mean, who else you have a fully healthy McCaffrey. Who else do you want over him? Honestly, he's number 1. How is he not? So we have McCaffrey at 1, Barkley at 2, Gibbs at 3, Bijan at 4. Nothing against Bijan Robinson. It's just these other guys, McCaffrey, Saquon, Gibbs, are in absolute smash spots. All right. I think it's going to start to get a little interesting here, beginning at number 5. So I'm looking at Jonathan Taylor versus Miami. I don't think they're going to win that game. I could see that game being like 40-10 in favor of Miami. So I don't love that. I want a game where the Colts are going to be competitive or winning. So don't love that for Taylor. Henry at Buffalo. He cooked them last year. A lot of points in that one, but again, like, are they going to just steamroll Buffalo? Those are the really good Henry games where they're just cooking and winning. I mean, that has the highest over-under total according to CBS here. Let's just see. That was 51.5. I mean, that's pretty insane. Yeah, let's go move Henry to 5. Okay, we'll move Henry to 5, and we'll go from there. Chase Brown at Cleveland, 6. I think they're going to be winning that game very easily, and Chase Brown should get a ton of carries. So we will put him at 6. Again, these are just my initial rankings. So what I'll do now, guys, between Monday and when actual kickoff happens, I'll update them every day. I'll look into some advanced things, look into some injuries, both offense and defense, all those good things. So make sure you're subscribed to the Discord, guys. Down below, join through Dub Club, subscribe. get all my updated rankings. Ask me any questions, start, sit, waivers, lineup optimization. You ask me directly. I answer directly as soon as I can, guaranteed. Okay, so the top 6, McCaffrey, Barkley, Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson. Again, those 4, you can really order them any way you want. So I will actually do a tier here. I'll do a tier 1 for those 4. Okay, getting into tier 2, we have Henry and Chase Brown at 5 and 6. Let me just go back. Okay, Henry, Chase Brown at 5 and 6. And then we go from there. So we're going to try to do the top 24, guys. We're going to try to do that. I'm going to put Bucky ahead here of JT. I'm going to put Genty ahead of JT. Genty at the Pats does not scare me at all. I'm actually going to put Genty all the way at 7 ahead of Bucky. No problem with Bucky. Again, we can just order these guys, but there's no reason Genty shouldn't see 20 carries in this game. Jonathan Taylor still at 9. Miami run defense is really bad. I mean really bad. So is the Saints defense with Connor. Let's move Connor up here to 10. Yeah, Connor at New Orleans. Connor at New Orleans is going to be 9. Is going to be 9 after Bucky. JT's still here, falling, but still here versus Miami. I think we'll leave him there. We'll leave him there. Now, Achane at Indy. Yeah, I mean, he's got to be firmly in this tier. Not in tier 1, but firmly in it. I mean, I'm taking Achane. If he's fully healthy, that's what we're assuming. He's got to be above a lot of these guys. I'm putting him at 9. So it moves Connor to 10, Taylor to 11. Josh Jacobs versus Detroit. I don't love it. I don't love that. It's tough. Again, a lot of total points, but a tough defense. They're tough. We will leave him there. I'm actually going to put him ahead of Taylor. Taylor's in an A+ matchup, but it's just like they might get smacked around. And I don't know how many targets Taylor's seeing. We will leave Taylor at 12. Okay. I think that's a tier. That's a top 12 right there. And that will be our tier. Hold on here. Sometimes the website glitches. All right. Let's go back, refresh it. Okay, so our tier 1 and 2 running backs, these are our top 12 for now. And these will most likely change. Make sure you're following on Twitter, guys, at JoeRicoFF, at NoExpertFF, and joining the Discord because you can check these rankings anytime you want in the Discord. So McCaffrey, Barkley, Gibbs, Robinson in order 1 through 4. Tier 2, 5 through 12, Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, Ashton Genty, Bucky Irving, Devon Achane, James Conner, Josh Jacobs, and JT. Within the tiers, you can really organize them any way you want. I'm going to go back and kind of fine-tune these, but I'm just trying to put these guys in buckets right now for week 1. So beginning in tier 3, Kyron versus Houston. I like him there. I'm taking these other guys ahead of him. For week 1, I want to see what the RB snap distribution looks like between him and Corum. Kamara versus Arizona. I think the Arizona defense is really good, and I think Spencer Rattler's really bad, right? So with these running backs, 13 through whatever, there's going to be some negatives. I mean, I really couldn't find any negatives for 1 through 12. That's why they're RB1s. We will now start to identify some negatives, okay? Without reaching too far. Chuba Hubbard, again, not sure how the snaps are going to work with Rico Dowdle, maybe Trevor Etienne. I got to see how the offense looks. Ken Walker here again, Charbonnet. Is it true that he's going to get 50% of snaps? I don't know. James Cook missed basically the entire offseason, so he's appropriately ranked in this tier 2. Tier TOO, not TWO. He's in tier 3, but he too is ranked in. Okay, anyway. Amarian Hampton versus Kansas City. This is going to be a bit of a downgrade for me just to start. Like Pacheco, for example, all the way down here at 22. I'm going to move him up to 17. At the Chargers, if anything, is consistent from last year. That should be a pretty easy matchup. Don't think he has the ceiling of like a Ken Walker, but yeah, we're going to move him ahead of Hubbard 2 to 16. I'm going to move Cook ahead of Hubbard, and we could be approaching a tier here. I'm just going to go ahead and add it. Okay. We're getting into this tier here of tier 3 with running backs that are high-end RB2s and elite ceiling, right? Let's focus on the elite ceiling for this tier. So we have Kyron Williams, yes, could have an elite ceiling. Kamara, Walker, obviously. Pacheco in that matchup, yes. James Cook versus Baltimore, of course, could have an elite ceiling. All right, so those are our top 17. Let's see who else gets in this tier with an elite ceiling. Hubbard, I'm going to put him in. All right. Breece Hall, absolutely not. Tony Pollard, probably not in the rookie's first start. No, at Denver. Aaron Jones, no. Trevion Henderson versus Las Vegas. Not yet. Not yet. DeAndre Swift, yes. Versus Minnesota, even though the defense is very good. Who is the RB2? Who is taking work from DeAndre Swift? This is the most important question I will be monitoring. Okay, this game is Monday night. Is it the Kyle Monangai show? I need to know. All right, but nonetheless, DeAndre Swift versus Minnesota in that game environment. Let's check the over-under. Okay, of course, we have ads everywhere. 43.5. It's not very high, but we will put Swift in this tier. Could have an elite ceiling. Anyone else with elite ceiling? Like RJ Harvey's here, just staring me in the face, dude. Yeah, RJ Harvey's going in versus Tennessee. Absolutely. Broncos offense versus Tennessee. If he comes out and gets the, truly the first and second down carries, a couple of third downs in there, goal line, yeah, he does. He's got it. He's ahead of all these guys. Okay, so that'll probably do it for tier 3. Let's try to round out maybe like a top 30 here. So coming in, let's actually do the top 20 in order. So CMC, Barkley, Gibbs, Bijan in tier 1. Then we have Henry, Brown, Genty, Irving, Achane, Connor, Jacobs, Taylor in tier 2. Then in tier 3, we have Williams, Kamara, Walker, Cook, Pacheco, Hubbard, Swift, and Harvey. That rounds out the top 20. Again, within the tiers, organize them any way you want. We're just making the buckets now. They will be fine-tuned every single day leading up to kickoff. So looking at tier 4 now. Let's think. Breece versus Pittsburgh. Let's just get him out of the way. Get him out of the way. Get him out of my face. Tony Pollard at Denver is going to be the lead back. So yes, he will stay there. He will stay at 21. Monty will move up with Hampton and Pollard. We're going to kind of lead off this tier. This is going to be a tier of guys that are going to see good volume, maybe don't have like weak winning ceiling, but are good starts. Okay, they are low-end RB2s technically in rankings, but good starts, high-end flexes. Pollard, Hampton, David Montgomery. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put Henderson there. I'm going to go ahead and grab Travis Etienne and put him there over Henderson at 24. Versus Carolina, Travis Etienne, there's no reason that he cannot have a good game here. I'm actually going to move him ahead of David Montgomery, put him at 23. Might be a little low on Hampton at 22. I just need to see it first, people. All right, just need to see it first. Etienne comes in at 23. I think the Jags are like top 10 in projected points when we look at this. They're 3-point favorites with a 46.5 point total, so their implied points is high. Seems high to me. Definitely top half. So yes, we will have Etienne firmly in RB2 range, and by firmly I mean hanging on by a thread at RB23. Trevion Henderson is kind of different than the guys in this tier, but we will leave him here. I'm not expecting 30 opportunities, but I'm expecting a few that could be home runs. We will leave him here. Tyrone Tracy is going to go right behind Henderson. Okay, Jaylen Warren as well. Get him up there. I don't see Caleb Johnson factoring in this early. Who else? Eckler, Tank Bigsby should probably be in this tier. Okay, behind Warren. Oh, Javonte. Yeah, get Javonte in there. RB25 for Javonte. He's just going to be the lead back for the Cowboys against Philly. And understand that that's not sexy. A lot of people don't like that. It's not Jaden Blue, but get Javonte up there. I mean, what are we going to see? 15, 16 carries, 1 or 2 targets in that offense? Absolutely. Worth a start. And when that matchup's good, he could be pushing for top 12. He really could be. Jordan Mason, let's get him up there, right? I'm just going to kind of shuffle this list, see who I want up there. Nick Chubb, firmly in this tier. Let's see. Probably ahead of Henderson, behind Javonte Williams, Nick Chubb. Any other names? Yeah, Bill Krosky-Merritt, get up there. Tyrone Tracy. And let's go deep here, like RB, like 100. Let's just start from the bottom, see who could be lurking down here. Kenneth Gainwell, let's move him up just because he's going to see work. It's so annoying. Keaton Mitchell, going to see work. Brashard Smith, Jarvis Hunter, no. Damian Pierce, move him up. My GOAT, Kyle Monangai, there he is. Let's get him up here in the top 50. No Jaden Blue. Chris Rodriguez, move him up. Ollie Gordon, move him up. Rico Dowdle, move him up. Braylon Allen, move him up. I'm literally going to rank Allen ahead of Brees. Like, this is how I feel about Brees. I'm not kidding. I do not want him in my lineup. I'm serious. Charbonnet, get up there. Okay. Let's look at the top of this tier here. Tony Pollard, Hampton, Etienne, Monty, Javonte, Nick Chubb, Henderson. Bill Krosky-Merritt will go ahead of Henderson. He'll also go ahead of Chubb. And we're going to add another tier now, break it down. Okay, let's just chuck this tier in here. Okay, so in that tier 4, again, guys with like not as clear a path to week winning ceiling, but they don't really have it in my opinion, but are decent starts. Tony Pollard, Amari Hampton, Travis Etienne, David Montgomery, Javonte Williams, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, Nick Chubb, Trevion Henderson, Tyron Tracy, Jalen Warren, and Tank Bigsby. Like, these are guys who, if they're in the lineup, I'm fine with it. We're going to put Brees in there. We'll put Brees right ahead of Trevion Henderson at 28. Like, ahead of Nick too, probably. Okay, fine. I'll be nice and put Brees at 26. And yeah, I have Javonte ahead of him. Like, one is the clear lead running back for the Cowboys. One is in a 50-50 timeshare at best with Braylon Allen on the Jets. I'm like, that's where I'm at. Okay. Charbonnet, I will also move him up into this tier here. Okay. Yeah, Braylon Allen, Aaron Jones, we'll put them up there too. Same with, where is he? Jordan Mason can go up there. Braylon Allen, okay, I lied. He can go up. J.K. Dobbins can go up. This is a big tier, but that's how it's supposed to be. Kind of like all your RB3s and your low-end RB2s. And that's probably it for right now. Maybe Dylan Sampson. Okay. All right, and this is probably where we'll end it here. Like, Caleb Johnson will stay. Ramondre's going to have to go in. Ugh. Ramondre, yeah, we might break this tier into guys like I don't want to start, but you could, right? Yeah, let's do that. So we'll move the tier up. So guys who I'm fine starting, right? I look at them in the lineup and I'm like, okay, cool. Tyron Tracy stays. Jalen Warren stays. Charbonnet, I'm going to dip out of this tier. Like, I don't necessarily want to start him. I think you could, but I'm like, do we have anyone better? Okay, so that's how it is for... Yeah, no. That's how it is for both Vikings running backs, Mason and Jones, for Sharp, for Allen, for JK, for Sampson. For Ramondre, I'm going to move him up. I'm going to move Ramondre up because I look at him and I'm like, okay, yeah, we could start Ramondre week 1. We can start him. That's how it is for Eckler, Caleb Johnson, Rachaad White, Gordon. Yeah, okay. So this is good. These are the 32 names here, tier 4 and up, that I feel confident in starting. So let's go through the order here. McCaffrey, Barkley, Gibbs, Robinson in tier 1. Very clear, okay? Tier 2, there's nothing wrong with those guys in tier 1. Tier 2, there's like still nothing wrong with them at all. Just not as good, okay, as tier 1. Henry, Brown at 6. Ashton Genty 7. Irving 8. Achane 9. Connor 10. Jacobs 11. Taylor 12. For tier 3, this is where there starts to be like a little bit of like a right? Kyron Williams, how many snaps is the other RB getting in the backfield? Alvin Kamara, is Spencer Rattler like capable of playing football at the NFL level versus a really good Arizona defense? Kenneth Walker, is Sharp going to eat into the snaps actually? James Cook, hasn't played football for like months. Isaiah Pacheco, let's move him up. Let's actually move him up. Let's move Pacheco up to tier 2. RB13. I don't have any question marks, honestly, about Pacheco. James Cook, Chuba Hubbard. I'm reaching a little, but maybe Rico factors in. Okay, good matchup, though. DeAndre Swift, I don't have many question marks. We're going to move him up, but, like, not too much. Okay, we're going to move him up to 15 ahead of Kamara. RJ Harvey, that is just a question mark in itself. We're going to move... Okay, here's what we'll do. We're going to extend this tier to RB24. Tony Pollard will be the lead back, but at Denver, rookie first start for the QB. Amari Hampton versus Kansas City. He is a rookie. It's his first start against a good defense. Travis Etienne versus Carolina. Great matchup. Going to score some points. What does Tank Bigsby do? Okay. And David Montgomery at Green Bay. If he's not in your top 24, it is just an honorable mention. This is just like, not an honorable mention, but a requirement to have Monty in your top 24, and he is there at number 24. Then we get into tier 4, where it's like I don't really want to start you, but it's okay. Like, you're a flex. Javonte, Brees, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, Nick Chubb, Trevin Henderson, Tyron Tracy, Jalen Warren, Ramondre Stevenson. We will extend this tier now a little bit. Okay. Aaron Jones, Jordan Mason, Zach Charbonnet, Braylon Allen, J.K. Dobbins. Like, all these guys, I can flex them. And those are our top 37 running backs. I'll include Dylan Sampson and Tank Bigsby and Austin Eckler in there to make it 40. Okay? In tier 5, these are just some names I don't want to be starting. Caleb Johnson, Rico Dowdle, Jerome Ford, Rashad White, Ollie Gordon, Trey Benson, Chris Rodriguez, Cam Scadaboo, Kyle Monangai, Tyler Algier, Brian Robinson. I don't want to start them. This top 40, you can start them. 25 to 40, I don't really want to. You can, though. I'm actually going to move Javonte. Okay, I'll be nice. I will be nice. I will be nice and move Javonte and Brees. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm leaving it how it is. I'm leaving it how it is. Okay. So that is going to do it, guys. Let me publish these real quick. Kind of behind the scenes here in the Fantasy Pros Ranker. It's a great tool they have. We will get the image here, and we'll go over our top 24 running backs. Let's take a look. All right. So for the top 24 running backs, the first pass through. Again, these are going to be updated like 20 times in the next week, but we do have McCaffrey at 1. I don't know how you don't, honestly. He's fully healthy. How do you not have him at number 1? Christian McCaffrey. He's number 1. Saquon at 2, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Bijan Robinson. That's tier 1. Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, Genty, Irving, Achane, Connor, Jacobs, JT. To round out your RB1s, no concerns with any one of them. We start to get in some question marks at RB13, Isaiah Pacheco, Kyron Williams, DeAndre Swift, Kamara, Walker, Cook, okay? And then this tier of like 19 to 30 or whatever it was, Hubbard, Harvey, Pollard, Hampton, Etienne, and David Monty. To round out your top 24 running backs for week 1, follow on Twitter, at JoeRicoFF, at NoExpertFF, join the Discord down below. You can look at my rankings whenever you want. You could wake up in the middle of the night, look at the rankings. You don't have to watch this video or wait for me to upload again. Hope you guys enjoyed today. Good luck in week 1. Let's get after it.